This is not a best team in Madden. That is a different episode coming. This is similar though. I didn't want to title it the same thing. Sometimes you play games and they're easy, and sometimes you play games and they're hard. And today we're going to be focusing on Weekend League. Sometimes Weekend League is pretty easy. And on the best team in Madden, we're going to focus on a game where sometimes Weekend League is pretty hard. So, let's go. Let's have some fun. Let's go be great. If you're looking to build the best team in Madden, make sure you head over to MMOEXP.com to avoid the packs and save some racks. Use code CC for 5% off. Link is in the description below. Fastest coins, cheapest coins. Use code CC. We'll see you guys on the sticks. 5% off. Be great. Hey, what is going on, Madden family? We are here. We're going to be going over some breaking down gameplay. And I'm calling this the easy version. The easy version. So there's going to be a lot of stuff in here. And the best team in Madden this week, whenever that is going to be breaking down a really, really difficult, hard game in Weekend League. Again, I pro play, I don't know, competitive player. I'm not sure how to ever sort of where to label some of these guys, but good players, right? So make sure you guys hit the like on the video. I would love to see 700 likes on this video. That would be awesome. I would love it if you were subscribed as well. It does indeed help me out. And you guys can also check out the pinned comment or the Discord and the Underdog Fantasy stuff. Again, Underdog Fantasy, you can go click the link. You can download the app. Just make sure you use code TheActualCC when you sign up. So match your deposit, all that sort of good stuff. Let's go into this today. Now I'm going to show you guys the team. And this isn't the team from the video. This is slightly different. When this was recorded Thursday, these are like Thursday Weekend League games. We're still using Hester, Deion Sanders at receiver. Basically everything else is the same though, okay? But basically everything is the same. We just see that this is just the team. I don't have a screenshot of that team anymore. It is what it is. But same ability, same concept, slightly different players. A lot of these players, they truly do play the same. I get that question a lot. Like, how's Percy Arvin? Percy Arvin's fine. He looks like Devin Hester. He does look like Devin Hester. How's Ahmad Rashad? He's fine. He looks like Devontae Adams. He does look like Devontae. These cards are all very, very similar. It comes down to your personal preference and choice. If you throw routes to a card and he doesn't get his feet in, maybe that's not the card you want. If you have a quarterback, maybe you have Jalen Hurts instead of Derrick Henry. You feel like he's better, that's the guy for you, right? Different strokes, different folks. That is what we are talking about here. But let's take a look. All right. So sometimes a Weekend League, it's easy. This was the top 3 of game 1 of my Weekend League. Now I got to feel bad for this guy a little bit here. Don't you? His 3 best cards, he has no abilities. His 3 best cards were basically cards you get for logging into the game, right? So, I mean, like, look at the difference here. Sometimes Weekend League, it is easy. In game 1 in Weekend League, you can match up with anyone. So don't be like, oh, it is what it is, right? Now, I was expecting as I played this game, this guy was just going to drag the game out. It was just a brand new account, basically. Is he going to do anything? Is he going to really care? Who knows here? So we got the ball. He got the ball here and just ran backwards for a safety for whatever reason he did. And then we got the ball. And I was just like, well, his team sucks. So I'm just going to try to, do a little score quickly, get out of the game, do all that sort of stuff, right? Pretty basic stuff for what this truly is. It was an easy game, right? He did end up quitting out here. He took another safety, and then we played this guy. And again, his top 3 also not very good. Again, you're gonna see that earlier in Weekend League. You're not gonna see that in seasons so much. Sometimes people will say, "Oh man, I'm playing someone in seasons and their team is great." The way that seasons matches you up is based on we'll call it an elo, right? Where it's trying to match you up with someone near the same level of skill as you. It has nothing to do with team. It's not team based. Weekend League, if you're 0-0, it tries to match you up with someone who is 0-0. If you're 1-0, it tries to match you up with someone who's 1-0. This guy was obviously probably 1-0 at the time. Again, his team's not very good, but maybe he had a pretty easy first game. Good for me. Good for me, right? So even though we play some of these players who maybe not quite at the level, or their team in this case, I don't know if this guy's what his talent level is, but his team is not quite at the level. I still take it very, very seriously in weekend league. Like, I'm still going to try to win and dominate and do all that sort of stuff. And he actually really catches us off guard here, like severely. I was expecting a stretch or a dive or something. No. That was not a thing. I was like, huh, okay. We got it. Maybe I need to play a little bit harder here, because some of these games can just fall out of your hands really, really quickly, where someone scores, maybe you fumble, make a bad pass. All of a sudden you're down 14-0 to someone that you think you're better than. And now you have to battle back through, wait for mistakes, cause mistakes, all that sort of stuff, right? So sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. This is the case here, where once he got that play off, I was like, okay, right? And this is what I mean by sometimes you can probably be the better player, but someone's gonna score points on you. How bad was that? It was a 7.5 out of 10 bad. There's no way that should be completed. I'm not saying it should be picked. I just think it should have been dropped at that point too, especially with how everyone reacted. But like in this game, we're losing. I'm losing this game. Okay. Not for long. Because again, here we're gonna come out and with players like this, I assume that I can read their coverage pretty well pre-snapping. We do cover 2, so we'll just take our free points, right? And again, that makes it easy. He's not coming out in a very meta defense. He's not audibly down. He's just in a really, really basic cover 2. And then there's nothing wrong with being in a really basic cover 2. Because if I would have run a different play, that defense would have actually done okay against some things I would do. But I just recognize too high safety. That is such a big thing for you guys to do and recognize when you play people. Their tendencies, are they baselining? Are they not baselining? Is it single high safety, 2 high safety? Sometimes people change stuff up, but a lot of people, we'll call it half the people you play, will try to show their hand to you. Be like, here's my coverage. You know, I have tells. I know I have tells. And if I have tells, these guys have tells too. Okay. So again, he's just, now I'm like, I don't know what he's doing here. I have no idea what this guy's going to do. I feel like he's asking Madden. He just threw the ghost route on Dagger. Like, I don't think nobody does that. So, okay. Okay. Here, like, I even picked my play faster than him, so I was in the wrong thing. We get the sack. Hey, good for us, right? And then he hurries up, and I'm like, please don't run. Please don't run. Please don't run. Because if he runs here, we're going to get absolutely pancaked. And he doesn't. And because he doesn't, he's not going to be able to get a whole lot there. But again, still, we have to play this game out part serious. Very, very important to always play these games seriously. And you see here, he's actually driving on us. Again, this feels weird to me. I feel like we should be stopping him, but the fact that we're not is the thing. So what I ended up doing here and finding out that he, for whatever reason, the formation he was calling, had no idea how to block this. Just basic blitz, no setup, just letting the guy come from deep. And we were just getting pressure. Like, just let the game work for you, you know? We got 10 other little digital men on the defensive field that we're not really in control of. Let those 10 guys do their job. I'll cover something. You do your job. And we see here, just by doing less. Maybe I was doing too much to start. Again, that's a big thing. Sometimes you try too hard, do too much. Sometimes you just need to do a little less. You know, good thing that you can look at too when you play people who, we'll call them less skilled players. Not saying this guy is, but just generally speaking, what you can normally do to figure out how to stop them a bit is see what they're doing on defense. Most of the times people do not like to play against something that they are running, because they think this is what's good, right? This is what's good. So again, instead of trying to bomb them, and I guess that's technically a bomb, but it's not a one play touchdown. I can think of one play touchdowns as bombs, and everything else is just these deep posts. It's just going to be open. Let's just move the ball and score here. Like, what am I doing in this game still? You know, go up, get the lead right there. This is always the case in the game now, that we've got to stop, and now we have the lead. It's like, okay, if we get one more stop here, this could be good. So what do? I go back to exactly what got us a stop. Again, a lot of people in these situations will go into different things that don't really work. Something is working for them, and they're like, no, I don't want that anymore. We found the little formula for how he plays, and it's going to seal the victory for us, right? Again, very, very big thing. If you have the proper tool, use it. People just get out of stuff sometimes. I can't tell you how often I'm playing somebody, I'm like, man, they're giving me fits with a defense or an offense or whatever it may be, right? And then all of a sudden they go to something else, and I'm like, wow, I was lucky, right? You're saving me. You're making my job easier, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that for sure. So, you know, again, he's going to give us the ball back here. I forget how, but then again, like here, we actually have 2 touchdowns on the field for whatever reason. I don't know. So again, like a game, he went down, he drove, he got 7. It was like, oh, okay, his team's not very good. Put your foot on the gas, you know what I mean? Take advantage of everything you can. So we hit to 2-0. Again, I always tell you guys that I am ADD. I take breaks. I walk away. This is what I mean. Like, this is real time. You can see this. Come back, open some packs, do some of this stuff, right? And then we get to play our guy, Cadet 43, who actually messaged me. I did not respond back to your message. I apologize. I didn't see it come across. But it was like, okay, you know, who is this guy? Again, it's someone I don't know. I pride myself on knowing who people are, but unless I've seen your name on a leaderboard, or I've played you, or maybe I've seen you play someone else on stream, I'm kind of going blind a little bit here. And he comes out with Vita Vea in Wildcat. What is this? I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is. Right? Sometimes you just like, what is he doing here? I have not a clue whatsoever. And you will end up playing people like that. And you can't get too worried, because again, maybe they don't really know what they're doing. Maybe they're just calling random plays. But then I was like, okay, we went from Wildcat to bunch tight end. It was like, okay, all right. I'll tell you right now, this guy, he's going to be annoying. So I'll go to my very first type of defense that I want to set up here. And as soon as I make that, he makes that throw, that read right there really quick. All I know in my head is like, oh, okay. People who throw to the flat like that, not from the running back or something, normally they have more of a clue than not. So now I'm like, I think we might be in one a little bit here. Maybe a little bit, maybe a little, like maybe a little, maybe, right? We're not going to show you guys all this game. This the point of this game. This isn't to break this down. But again, so like we'll jump through here. He's moving the ball. He's got all the right players and pieces and all this too. So it's like, oh, what do I really need to do here? Right? Again, could you name that formation offhand? I couldn't. I don't know what it is. Right? I don't know the plays in that formation. Trey Y flex, I do know. I have a very good idea, and so again, we set everything up. I flip my play pre-play because I know exactly how he's. This is not a play flipper. Right? I don't think this guy flips his plays, but when he does a little motion there, it throws me off, and the pressure gets to him. Right? Pressure burst pipes. That's with every single Madden player. If you can get pressure on them, you can cause bad things to happen. Bad. I mean, it's the biggest key. It's why defense is always the most important part of the game. It's why having the best blitz in the game is the biggest X factor, and it's also why over the years of Madden has changed. Because Madden is a game. I mean, there's obviously stick skill, talent, visual reads, all that sort of stuff, right? A lot of that exists, but a lot of it too is just knowledge. And so, like right here, the knowledge that we have here, DeMarcus Ware is manned up on Adrian Peterson. DeMarcus Ware cannot cover Adrian Peterson. He can cover him in a hook, like he was in there, or we just playmaker him up. You can't keep up with him. If that was a DB, that doesn't work, right? Again, I don't mind someone manning up a linebacker occasionally and doing stuff like that. You know, as a lot of times I call plays like that deterrence, right? So you're trying to deter someone from throwing a route. They may still throw and they may still complete it. And I think that's what he was trying to do there. But again, his user was really good on the play. It just, no pressure. No pressure. You don't get pressure, bad things happen. So again, after that drive, this is where it threw me off. He came out in Wildcat again for the first play. I was like, oh, this is his formula. Right? This is what our man Cadet is doing. Like, this is what he wants. And it's like, oh, he's got Najee here this time instead. And I immediately was like, why does it? So I just ran commit, like regular run commit. And all I could think is like, why wouldn't he have Derrick Henry back there? Derrick Henry quarterback. You could throw it at that point. Maybe this Wildcat doesn't have throws, but again, if you come out in that throw one time, I'm not going to be able to actually run commit you because I'm going to be scared. Totally fair. Totally fair. So then he comes out in this bunch. I don't even know what this is either. I'm like, okay, well, you know, a lot of times people just like to do this. They want to run verticals or have a crossing route. So find the crossing route, find the crossing route, find the crossing route. That's almost that's the staple of every good Madden player's arsenal. The crossing route. And that's all. If I don't know what a formation is, that's all I'm looking for. Where's the crossing route, right? Again, here, gun bunch, 5 wide bunch. I was like, I don't know. I have no idea what this is either. Okay, we're just going to be putting pressure on them. The biggest key, the biggest asset we all have. And now he's punting. So this is the third game. This is the better of the players that we've played, the best team that we've played as well. And this is what I mean. Sometimes these games can be easy, and it's unfortunate sometimes for the people that they get. Someone has to play me in game one. Someone has to play a Skimbo in game one, or Dreeny in game one, or, you know, guys like that, right? Someone has to play them in game one, their first game. It's unfortunate, but hey, it does happen. So again, the next video we'll break down the game in full. That's much easier. This is kind of hard for me to break down because a lot of the once I'm playing serious and I'm playing smart and I'm trying to win, I also kind of get in the meh, like, you know, we'll mess around a little bit phase. These games don't get super serious. I don't feel like, if I don't feel like I can lose, I probably play a little bit different. I had one of those games actually this week where like I felt like I was totally in control and I was kind of playing, we'll say like a jerk, and we ended up losing that game because we got fumble sixed. And again, I was like, yeah, this is fine. I have no way I lose this game. He said, well, I think that's not true. I think you can lose. So it's a good thing and a bad thing. I tell you what. So this game versus our guy Cadet, it goes on for a bit here. You see, we get up 14. He scores on us here. And then we score back on him right before half. And again, this is a very important thing. Like me trying to set some up here, pulling out a play that he hasn't seen before. Look at this throw by Derrick Henry. What a beauty. Shoo! Right? Beautiful throw. But again, you go through that stuff. And again, the game kind of gets a little out of hand here, right? And a lot of times I would tell someone, be like, oh man, like you're kind of wasting some of my time here. I'm trying to power through some of these things. And if someone is actually just wasting time, that's the case. But when I see someone like him, like I know he's trying and he's using this as a learning experience and all that. I can respect that, right? At a certain point, you should still bow out. But the idea of like, you're only going to get better by playing better players. Fact. That is a fact within the game. So I have no problem with someone who thinks that I'm the better player trying to learn from this and get better, and that's cool and that's great, you know. So respect to him for that. He's in here again. I started at this point running something very different on defense, just trying like, I don't know, let's try this out, right? Again, you can see this isn't the formation or thing I normally run. I was just like, oh, I'll take this time to lab up and see what's going on, and maybe there's something in here, maybe there's not something in here, I don't know, right? But you might as well, in these certain situations, take advantage of game time, because if a defense that I think like could have some merit can't beat certain players, there's no way I can run it against anyone good, and so then I would just throw it in the trash, basically, right? He does a little lob there, not open. Again, he does hang in the game here. We get the ball back. We move the ball down, but he does eventually end up quitting here near the end of the game. But again, that's fine. He fought. He was trying to learn. He was trying to do certain things here. I can't be upset at that. So that is going to be what it is. And again, sometimes Weekend League is easy. There's other games in here that again end up easy, right? We're just not going to cover them. But sometimes Weekend League is easy. Take those easy wins, learn from them, and make sure you don't lose those games. This is very, very, very important when you play Weekend League. There's the games you're supposed to win. There's the games you're supposed to lose. And then there's that middle group. That middle group is up for grabs, right? You can steal one of those games you're supposed to lose sometimes, but you cannot lose the game. That looks terrible. You cannot lose the games you're supposed to lose. And that's what we avoided for the most part here this weekend. Some of the losses we did take, I thought were decent players. Not angry, not upset about that at all. But good luck, be great. Again, little lessons here that I want to get you guys. Sometimes we're going to break down gameplays full. Sometimes we're just going to give you guys, this is just advice basically, right? And then sometimes we'll do live gameplays, but that's what this one was today. Hope you guys learned something. Enjoy it, be great. I love you guys. I'm out. Peace.